Good evening everyone and welcome to the TTFL Racing League. I am your host with the most, Malk. Tonight we're at the glorious race of the Singapore Grand Prix. What time to race at the Singapore Grand Prix. It's one of the longest, even though it's only about 30 odd laps. This is kind of feel like it's one of the longest tracks, especially when it hits with rain. So hopefully when it's going to be absolutely immense stuff here. It does take a long time, but hopefully we'll have to wait and see what's going to happen here so far. So we're going to watch Gypsy George now, going to do his actual qualifying lap there. Good evening to everyone that's joined the session. I hope everyone's okay and well. I can't believe this is race 8 at the Singapore Grand Prix. It's absolutely immense stuff here. At the halfway point, I will talk about the usual the standings and the usual advertisements and stuff for the TTFL Racing League there. So good evening to who's on the chat there. Good evening to Maze. Good evening to Warren. Good evening to Lyrionics as well. Warren says he's rooting for Lyrionics. Says you got this. One's trying everything he can there. We have to wait and see what happens there again. Oh no, there's still some issues with the qualifying as well. Oh, Charlie has retired from the session already here. We're not even started. Well, let's say started. It's only been like a minute and a bit. Coming up to 2 minutes gone. And Charlie in the Chocolate Factory. He hasn't got that golden ticket now to get his qualifying lap there, so he'll be out of the qualifying straight away there. So that's still an interesting point there at this moment in time there. What do you think is going to happen, guys? Do you think there'll be a shock along the way, or do you think there'll be some more the usuals at the top there But let's have a look at which we believe is the Singapore Grand Prix here. So here we go. We're coming up to at the Marina Bay here. So we're coming up to the start finishing line straight now. Then come up to which is turn 1, and then into turn 2, and then turn 3. This is the part where you have to be absolutely spot on here now, and then down. Feels like you go down here into the part here into turn 4, then into turn 5 there. And then come up to the first lot, the proper first lot of the DRS straight. You have to go on the right side here. At that point there, at turn 6. And then into the end of the first sector now, into turn 7 now. This is the second sector now. This is the most trickiest part of them all. You've got to be absolutely spot on there. Passing turn 8 there. And then into turn 9, you have to be absolutely spot on there. And then down the straight here again. This is where there used to be the old chicane part here, but it's still flat left-hander now, and then you go turn sharp right-hander here before you feel like you go under the bridge here, or hairpin here into which is turn 13, the unlucky turn there. Then it feels like this needs to be like a DRS straight here, but it's not. I think it's just because it's not a long time there. Then the end of the second sector now into turn 14. Then coming up to feel like you go up the hill here into 15 now, and then 16, 17, then here. This is the part where you feel like you go under the grandstands here, under the bridge now to turn 18 now, sorry, now 19, do apologise, I was getting ahead of myself there. Then into turn 20 now, you're passing the motorway section there of turn 21 now. And then the left-hander, when you go up the hill, you have to be absolutely careful there. 22, and then 23. Oh, he's teasing us! He's absolutely teasing us! Madness! Absolutely madness stuff here. Who's going to be the first person to cross over the line there? But that was the qualifying lap there from Gypsy George. Just about there. Who's going to start off the times here at the moment here? Alan Kay, the special K for 139.9. Take that back. Kiki has done a 138.819. Sorry, excuse me. Lyrionics has done a 138.123. That's a cracker of a time there. Now, with the tyre wear situations, I've had a quick look. Now, the best strategy to go for is the one stop, which will be the hards and the mediums. So, you can do two stop. Rico's going to even quicker time now with 137.5 there, and it's done a brilliant time there. Good lap there from Vaporon. Vaporon? Is that how you pronounce it? Sorry. I'd have to wait and see what's happened here tonight there. So I believe that's a newcomer there in the Merc. So good evening. Like I said, I wish him all the very best of luck there. Light E44 is retired from the session there. Charlie did comment and say, accidentally brought the menu and when I took it down, I crashed. Ooh, let's hope you don't do that during the race there, Charlie. Like I said, you did check the menu for your golden ticket, but like I said, that's not going to guarantee you to finish do the qualifying there. So hopefully you'll bounce back there as quickly as possible there. But Lighty is out of the qualifying there now. Yellow flag set to 1 now. So like I said, Conte boy, he's done a 140.7. And I can't believe we're under the 12-minute vapor on. Thank you, Warren. Thank you very much. Vapor on. I couldn't pronounce the words. You know me. I will say that. Try to do that as much as possible here. So Kiki's coming up to the final few corners now. It looked like he went. Well, when you go to turn 23, which is the last bit of the corner before you finish the lap there, you can go wide. Well, if the car will drag you wide, but you will invalidate your lap and you could get a lot of bad penalty, like corner cut penalty stuff there. So you've got to be absolutely careful there. But Ricard, who missed out last week, but he's bounced back into the qualifying at the moment in first place with a 137.5. But like I said, you can start on the hards, do 18 laps. Now the softs can last about 9 to 10 laps fresh. The mediums can last about 17 to 18 laps. And the hards can last about 29 laps. So, it'll be good to see what everyone else is going to go for here tonight. If they go for the softs, I would avoid it as much as possible because they can only, like I said, they can only last about 9 to 10 laps. Unless you do like the hard softs, but you're going to lose out about 10 seconds of the race. So I would avoid the softs. Unless you're feeling confident, we'll have to wait and see. But at the moment here, Siege, Maximus, Lambo, May, Sinclair, Gypsy George and Jeffrey are all the only ones who have not done a lapping yet. So I'd like to see what they're going to do here next. With 10 minutes 25 left of the qualifying here now. Warren says, Mark, low 35s, high 44s on mediums pole time. That's the prediction there, or what we expect in there. I hope so, because be interested to see. Based on those times there, from what I'm seeing, I know it takes a bit of going on the track here to warm up the tyre wear, to really go for it here. But Living Onyx has done it to pole position now with a 137.2. Absolutely madness stuff there. Fantastic stuff there from Living Onyx there. Jeffrey, what a legend he is, Jeffrey. Let's hope he can try and get a good position here into the Singapore Grand Prix. We got yellow flags at touches 2 and 3. Looked like he just missed the corner there at that moment. So I reckon he'll probably have to do another lap in here. Oh, he's going back into the pits. He's dacing us again! Madness! We've got a Warren is a big fan of Living Onyx as well. So he's really saying, yes, come on, you can do this. See, that's what I told you on that one. So that's fantastic stuff there. I'm not sure what's going on there with a bit of an issue there. It's Gypsy George. Okay, Gypsy George has lost a bit of his front wing there, so hopefully he'll bounce back there. Mace is just coming up for his out lap stuff now. Lambo's doing his lap in at the minute. He's on the hard tyres at the moment. So he's on the hard tyres. Looks like majority of the drivers have gone for the hards, which I don't blame them at all. We've got yellow flags in 2 and 3 sectors here. Like I said, I haven't missed anyone off here. But good evening to Jeffrey, who's just said good evening, good luck to everyone. Good evening to Raw. How you doing, mate? You alright? Oh, Lambo stopped on track. Lambo stopped on track? I'm not sure what's happening there. That's a bit of a weird one there. Let's hope Lambo can get back. Let's hope Lambo can sort out his car there. It looked like he just completely stopped out of madness stuff there. But let's see what Mays can do on his out lap here at this moment in time here. Warren says it might be fuel. I'm pretty sure it might be, but it just stopped all of a sudden. Just fuel guess. Yeah, it could be. Could be why. It could be. Just have to wait and see what's going to happen here. But Maximus has done a brilliant race last week, if I remembered it right. At I'm trying to remember the race now. But last week he did do a fantastic race, and that was the best he's ever done there. Oh, won the. I think that might be Lambo there. He might have to get out of the way. Just about. He just to go out of the way there to let Maximus through. It might be Lambo has run out of fuel there, so. It was a bit weird there. We just nearly stopped on track there, but I kind of guess it was the fuel there. But Maximus moves to 6th place. So Maximus with a 1:39.593 on the hard tyres. 7 minutes left. 7 minutes left of the qualifying here. Can we see any shocks along the way here? Lyrionics is in the lead in 1st place. Recon is in 2nd place. I'm a bit worried there because you got Siege, Sinclair. I'm surprised Pog is not there, if I remember right. Pog, who was in the other McLaren there, is not there tonight. So, be interested to see if he would have done all right here at the Singapore Grand Prix. But this would be an absolute best opportunity here for some of the guys here. Oh, Siege has lost it in the last few corners there. Oh no, Siege! Siege, no! He'll be absolutely livid there. Siege will be absolutely livid there at the last few corners there. I think that would have been a really good lap there. I reckon he would have had a really good lap there, or get really close to Lyrionics there. He'll be absolutely fuming there. 6 minutes left of the qualifiers. 6 minutes left. So Lambo. Oh, it might be that he was trying to slow down with the tyre wear and start his lap in here. But here's Lambo now coming up to, which could be the 3rd sector part now, under the grandstands bridge here. Passing into, which I believe is turn 21. Maze! May the force be with you! Always! Absolutely madness of it. Maze is in pole position here with 1:37 flat there. But Lambo has moved to 5th place with a 1:38.357. That's a great time there. But where's Maximus now? So, Maze, who may the force be with him. Always. So that's absolutely fantastic stuff there from Maze. But he'll have some damage there because he is on the soft tyres. So he'll have to do a 2-stop. Unless he wants to risk it for a biscuit to go for the hard tyres. Thank you. So just have to wait and see what he can do here. But Maximus on passing the 1st sector now, and into the 2nd one now. Now, what do you think of the track, guys? Do you like it? Do you prefer it, or you're a big fan of it? Would you like to see more Singapore? For me personally, I like the track. But I just can't do it on this game. I just cannot do it on this game. I love the track because it gives you more excitement, especially it feels like Monaco and Valencia back in the days. Warren says he absolutely loves this track. He absolutely loves this track there. So, Sinclair, Gypsy George and Henny are the only ones who have not done a lap yet. We're coming up to, which is the 4 minutes marker here. 4 minutes. Oh, this is temptation here. Yellow flag set to 2 there. Maximus drops down to 9th there, but it looks like Jeffrey moves up to 8th. Jeffrey has moved up to 8th place there with 1:39.4. Fantastical. Coming up to the final few corners now. Maximus needs to be absolutely spot on here. And I think that was his best time there with a 1:38.6, so he moves up to 6th. Gypsy George has retired from the session. He's out of the race here. Out of the qualifying. Sorry, I'll take that back. Not out of the race, just out of the qualifying. I always get that mixed up every time. So, let's see. So, good evening to everyone that's joined the session. If you like what you see so far, guys, please make sure you like and subscribe to the TTFL Racing League. The TTTV channel for all the live, all the live races here on that channel there. Oh, this is 3 minutes, and who's going to be the one to get into pole position here? Who could stop Maze into pole position here? Will Mays be the first time ever to get a pole position for the TTFL? We'll have to wait and see what happens here. This is absolutely madness! Madness stuff here. 2 minutes 40 left. 2 minutes 40 left of the qualifying here. Maximus is just slowing down there, but Kiki, has he got the key to get the pole position? You have to wait and see what he can do here on this track here at the Singapore Grand Prix. So at the moment, Mays is retired. Mays is retired. He will not improve his time. So he'll hope. Have to wait and see if anyone can try and beat Mays' time here. Warren says mid 35s. Maybe I remember I did a 35.2 in TTL last season, so I expect Recon to match that. On the okay, that was on the mediums. So yeah, 37s. 372, probably 36s on the mediums, but it looks like majority of the drivers are struggling on the hard tyres, but I would start on the hards regardless because of the tyre wear strategy here. Jeffrey is retired from the session now, and Kiki moves up to 4th. He moves up to 4th now. He moves up to 4th. Where's Conte? Conte, who's absolute legend as well. Can he try and get into the top? Oh, he's in the top 8. He's in the top 8 with the medium tyres now. Right, Sinclair. Sinclair's going to do his actual proper lap in here. So here we go. Here's Sinclair now. I'm going to watch it from his point of view here. If you want to hear the countdown, guys, I will put it on for you guys. So, like I said, 1 minute 10 left. This is absolutely out. I'm on the edge of my seat here. Who's going to nick pole position off Mays? Or Mays hold on to his first ever pole position? I think that's his first ever. If he ever holds on to there, but that's the longest he's ever had in the Mays, historical on his driver career here. So it looks like he might be quicker here, Sinclair. But where's Recon? Is Recon going to try and improve his lap here? But we have to wait and see what happens here at this moment in time here. But who's going to be? Maximus is retired from the session. Maximus retired for the session, but you know what's coming, guys? It's the final countdown. Time is up. They have stopped the fans of the Crystal Maze, but I tell you what, they have stopped the qualifying of the TTFL Racing League here. But Sinclair's going to come up to the final few corners now. He could be making pole position here. No! He is out. He's in 13th place. That is the shock of the qualifying here so far in this race, in this qualifying here. Carl Irionyx getting into pole position here. Where's Recon? Recon's nowhere near the end here. I'm still watching it from Irionyx's point of view here. That is the right shock news. Sinclair is in 13th place here. Same Siege is in 11th place at the minute. Siege! What a pole! Pole position here. Brilliant there from Siege. But can Irionyx wins the pole position here? No, he doesn't. Where's Recon? Can Siege hold on for the pole position here? Or would Recon do it if he beats and Q's in here? At the moment, the two red-outs are in the top 2. That is a first for many ages ago there. But can Recon? Can Recon do it? Can Recon do it to nick pole position here? Oh, brilliant! Absolutely brilliant there from Recon. Brilliant! Absolutely brilliant there. But where's Lambo? Can Lambo do it here? Can he make it? No, he can't. He can't make it. Where's Vaporon? Has Vaporon done it? Oh, brilliant! Absolutely brilliant there. What a lap! What a lap! What a lap there! Oh my days! Here are your short qualifying for the Singapore Grand Prix. For the TTFL Racing League, you got Vaporon on his debut race, debut qualifying into pole position by the skin of his teeth. Recon in second place. Siege in third. Maze is in fourth. Lyriorix is in fifth. Kiki's in sixth. Alan K, Special K in seventh. Lambo's in eighth. Maximus in ninth. Conte in 10th. Jeffrey in 11th. Charlie 12th. Sinclair 13th. Lighty 44 in 14th. And Gypsy George in 15th place. Oh, absolutely. What a lap there. What a lap there from Vaporon. If that's how I say it properly. So I do apologise if you're watching this and I don't get the numbers, the saying spot on. I'm useless at it. I'll try my hardest there. Oh, my throat is absolutely killing there. What a lap there from the debutant of TTG Vaporon now. Brilliant stuff there from him. Fantastic stuff. But I'd like to see if he can try and capitalise on it and holding on there. But see, the shock of the qualifying there is Sinclair and Siege are outside the top 10 during this qualifying. I expected them to be in the top 5 at least there, but I'm hoping that they'll try and bounce. Well, sorry, I do apologise. Siege did get into the top 3. Sorry, I do apologise. I just looked at it, remembered it back then. As you can tell, I'm just not with it at all. But I do what I says, guys. I do apologise. I didn't mean to say Siege outside the top 10. I do apologise. But the Sinclair is the shock qualifying news at the moment here as we speak here. But normally with the tyre wear, so 3 drivers have gone for the medium tyres. Sorry, 3 out of the top 4 have gone for the medium tyres. Maze and Alan Kay, the only ones who are on the soft tyres, so they would be having damage limitations there later on during the race here. But also, majority of the drivers should be gone for the hard tyres, which I believe Jeffrey, Charlie, Sinclair, Light, Gypsy, Maximus, Lambo and Lyriorix. I tell you what, I would watch Lyriorix here, to be honest. Depending on what the top 3 are going to do. But I would watch out for Lyriorix because the situation on here would be, it's normally like a 10th or 2/10 if you start on mediums and then hards. But the strategy that I've got here is like hards to mediums is the quickest strategy here. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong here. Now, as I said during the earlier on the stream, I will talk about the standings. So give me a sec, guys. Before I say anything else, can you please make sure you like and subscribe to the TTTV channel for all the live races here. Not only they do the F1 League racing on the Fridays, which I commentate on. You got the TT F1 on the Tuesdays, TTF2. I think it's TTF2 on Tuesdays, TTFL on Mondays, on Thursdays. Sorry, if I got that wrong, I do apologise. Project Cars 2 League that they do as well on the Monday nights as well. So Warren has just commented saying, Mark, top 3 to pit around lap 8 to get an undercut to hards, and the hard goes to pit on lap 17 to 18. That's not a bad shout, to be fair. Just to try and get the undercut there as much as possible here. But the standings as we speak, I might have to do the top 5 quickly. So the driver standings, Sinclair's in the lead with 128 points. Recon's in second with 112. Lyriorix is in third with 88 points. Siege is in fourth with 77 points. And Jack is in fifth with 46 points on the drivers. The constructors, quickly, Toro Rosso's in the lead with 173 points. Haas is in second with 126 points. Alfa Romeo is in third with 117 points. Renault is in fourth with 94 points. And Mercedes is in fifth with 50 points. And majority of the drivers are all set and ready to go there. That's not a bad shot there from Warren there. So let's hope it might be capitalised on here. We've got 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 red lights. Good luck to everyone here. And we are off. Go, 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 go. Who's on a great start there? Kiki's made a great start there. Conti, Maximus has dropped right down there. Oh, this is a collision. There's been a crash at the back. There's been a crash at the back there. It looked like one of the Alfa Romeo cars. But look at this. Look at Lyriorix said. Lyriorix has dropped down. Is it dropped down? No, sorry, I do apologise. It looked like it dropped down there. But Lyriorix is right on the tail of Maze there. He's trying to go on the inside. Oh! Oh my days. What a move there from Lyriorix. What a move there from Lyriorix there. We've got yellow flag set to 1 still. We've got yellow flag set to 1. I'm surprised. I'll tell you what, guys. What do you reckon? Do you think there'll be a safety car Do you reckon there'll be a safety car in this race? If you're watching, do you think there'll be a safety car during this race? So I reckon there'll be one. I reckon there'll be one safety car here. But at the moment here, Ricon's trying to close in on Vaporon on his debut race here in between first and second place. Majority of the drivers are all close in at the minute here because at the start of the race, but also there's quite a few battles going on left, right and centre here. But I'm going to watch this top two battle here because it depends on what these guys are going to do. Because if one says what I think he said is correct, I reckon they'll have to pit in lap 8 and then the hards to last 23 laps. But they can, the hards can last throughout the remainder of the race here. Vaporon's gone fast on the race now with a 142.540. So Warren is saying some of the drivers have gone. Lambo Lighty have gone to the pits now, so it could be, and Conti have all gone in because of the issues with what happened at the start. If Conti is joining us tonight, I will have to ask him about what happened on his view of the race here. Oh my days, Vaporon! Ricard's going around the outside! No, they're still holding on. They're still holding on there. Side by side with a two in a bed here. This is a two in a bed situation here, but Vaporon's still holding on. What a hold! What a hold there from Vaporon! Oh my days. Oh my days. I think there might be a little bit of communication, connection problems there with the car there, but hopefully they'll still go on there. What's happened to Gypsy George? Gypsy George is out of the race. What's happened to him? Hopefully we'll get some more updates here. Yellow flags there. Oh my days. Gypsy George is out of the race there. Passing where Kiki's just gone there. We might have a 4-car battle here for 5th place here at this moment in time here. But yellow flag set to 2, so there'll be no safety car at the minute because Gypsy George is out of the track there, so race will still continue there. Warren says low chance, but if there was, I'd be around the medium's pit stop window. Ooh, so the medium pit stop window could be about lap 13 to 14 as a guesstimate on my predictions anyway. But if you're saying to lap 8, let's wait and see what happens here. But Jeffrey, so Gypsy George is out of the session. Vapor is done the fastest of the race. There's some fantastic stuff there from him. But look at Sinclair there. Sinclair, who's starting off in 13th, he's going to shot his way back into 7th place here. He really needs to be closer to Recon if he don't want Recon to chase him up on the Drivers' Championship points here. So Sinclair, who started off in 13th place, which was the shock of the news here, of the qualifying here, because I expect Sinclair to go up. I did say earlier, sorry, that Siege was outside the top 11, but I did forget that Siege did get pole position for a mere moment there before Recon, and then Vaporon had the pole positions there. So we've got a 3-car battle here for 6th, 7th and 8th respectively here. We've got a 2-car battle for 1st and 2nd at the moment here, but I'm still watching this battle because Sinclair really is on fire here to try and close in. He really wants to try and win that world title again in his record books here. So Sinclair's trying to be as close to it as possible. Close to Alan Kay as much as possible here. But this is an absolutely best opportunity to try and get... Oh, okay. Alan Kay, Stinky, right. Sinclair, I'm not going to waste your time because my tyres are going to be gone in the next few laps here. Because bear in mind though, you get 3 laps on the softs. 3 laps, like the out lap, the proper lap, and then the in lap. Rico's got the fast lap race there with 140.982. So Rico's going to try and close in on Vaporon now to put a lot of pressure on there. But like I said, it's absolutely immense stuff there. Good battle so far, but except for that first corner incident there with some of the drivers there. But I'd like to see from their point of view the ones that were affected tonight there. But at the moment here, we're on lap 431 of the TTFL Racing League for race 8 at the Singapore track there. But look at Sinclair trying to close in on Mays now for 5th place here. This is an absolutely brilliant start here for Sinclair. That's what he absolutely needed there. Lighty's got the fastest lap of the race with 1:40.596. So Sinclair is on a roll charge here. Because this is what I was expecting of Sinclair here, to get some fast-paced start here. I think it helped when there was a bit of a contact there from the start of turn 1 there to get him right back up there. Warren says undercut is worth around 2 to 3 seconds. Ooh. So it could work. Like I said, the undercut would work, but it just depends on if anyone who's going to gamble on it first. That's the question there. Who's going to gamble on it first? But look at Recon now, trying to close in within 4/10 now of Vaporon now. But look at Sinclair now, trying to close in on Maze. Will he have the force in him to hold on to 5th? Or would Sinclair try and charge at the inside here? Whatever happens, he will have the DRS straight now. Got a bare exit there. Look at this. Look at Sinclair. Just as easy. Look at another battle there between Jeffrey Ennie and Alan Kay there. So Jeffrey moves up to 7th place here. No, they're still so beside. 2 in a bit. That was a bit of a close call there. But Vaporon's dropped down to 2nd. Oh, there's a bit of contact there between Recon and Vaporon there. It looked like that. Warren says the softs are gone now. Yeah, the softs, like I said, the softs can last about 9 to 10 laps. So I expected to hit them after. So my guess would have been 3 laps in. So it would be about 7 laps of the tyres. So it looks like the softs ain't going to last all that time there. Let's hope we see any more action going on here. But we've got 2 battles going on here at the moment here. We've got this Recon and Vaporon battle here for 1st and 2nd. And also, as you can see, Jeffrey, Alan Kane at Maximus for the 7th and 8th and 9th respectively here. And also Charlie trying to close in on Conde Boy for 13th place here. Vaporon moves up to 1st. What a move there from Vaporon. Recon was out of nowhere trying to drop down to 2nd place here. So these two having a swap on that one. So what can Recon do? I'm going to watch it from Recon's point of view here to try and make the move here. It depends. It looks like he's trying to get a good exit here, but Vaporon will be on a charge here to try and get past, try and get a bit of a gap, sorry. But look at Recon now. Recon's slowly drifting away from Vaporon. He's made a little bit of a mistake here. They've got to be careful there at turn 2 there, because you could easily get penalties galore there at the corner cuts there. Jeffrey Eddie moves up to 6. Jeffrey Eddie moves up to 6. Maze has pitted now. So Maze has pitted now for which would be the hards. From the front 2, whoever puts first will get the lead. Yeah, that is absolutely spot on there, Warren. It depends on who's going to gamble there, who's going to risk it for a biscuit here to go first in the pits. Or would both of them go in the pits at the same time? Who knows? Who knows? Alan Kay still going out on the tyres at the minute, because that is a bit of a. I reckon he'll pit in the next lap or 2. So we're on lap 6:31 of the TTFL Racing League here. This is absolutely madness stuff here. But Vaporon, who's holding on in 1st place here, he had a bit of a drop down to 2nd, but he's got back himself up into 1st place here. Recon, who wants to get more points after he missed out last week's race. Siege on his good race here at the moment here in 3rd place, who could have had pole earlier on, but missed out earlier on. So, some of the drivers here, we've had some battles going on. We've got Maze, who might close in on Lighty for 11th place here. Might make the move in a moment or 2. I'm going to try and see if I can see if Recon can try and close in on Vaporon. Chance. No! No chance. No chance at all. But I reckon got a good chance here on the DRS straight here. Vaporon needs to pull away from him as quickly as possible. And quick. Chance now. This has got to be a chance now. Yellow flag set to 2. Yellow flag set to 2. So something must happen there. Recon needs to make the move now. He needs to make the move now. Go for the inside. No. He thought about it. He thought about making a move there. He's going to try to go for the inside here. Oh, I tell you what, this is absolutely immense stuff here. Between the top two drivers here of the TTFL Racing League here. Lambo moves up. No, sorry, Lambo moves up to 8th place. Alan Kay drops down to 12th now. So it depends on who pits first here. I'm trying to see who's had some good battles here. Look at Recon now. Recon's trying to close here. Vapor on now. Chancellor, look at that. There's got another battle there between Siege and Limionyx soon. Depends on when the mediums are going to kick off here. Warren says, Siege, pit this lap. That's not a bad idea, to be fair. If these two have a scrap and Siege tries and pulls away from Limionyx and try and get closer to these guys, it might be close, you know. It might be close, depending on how these two are ding-dong battle. We've got a 3-car battle there for 9th, 10th and 11th there between Lighty, Kiki and Maze there in a moment or two. But depends. Oh my days, Recon. Recon trying to close in. I don't like the DRS straight here. So Siege does not pit. Warren will not be happy because Siege is not pitted in this lap. Warren says mediums are now around the same pace as hards. Mediums runners feel the wear at this point. Yes, it does. So the tyre wear. Oh God, Recon went 2 in the bed. Trying to make the move, and he does! He makes the move! He makes the move there! Silky move! Oh, he makes the move as well, Limionyx. Lambo has gone 3 second time penalty for multiple warnings now. So Lambo, who pitted for the hards, he's going to have to go one stop here. He's going to have to go the one stop. He can't go any further there. Boy. Oh my days, what's happened to Kiki? Oh, don't tell me he's lost it at turn 22 or 23. Oh, he's hit the pit exit. Sorry, pit entry. He has hit the pit entry. So Kiki is out of the race now. Gypsy George is also out of the race now. Will there be a safety car? I don't think so at the minute because it's not on the racing line, but it is on track at the moment here. But wait to see what's going to happen here so far in this race here. Vapor on. We'll have to do something here to try and close in on Recon now for first place. I do check on other battles, guys. Sorry, if you think I'm only main is. Oh! Vaporon has pitted now. So he's blinked. Vaporon has pitted. So Vaporon will pit. Siege is still out there. So that's interesting stuff there for the medium drivers there. Recon will have to put his best ever qualifying lap here to stand any chance to regain that lead there when he gets into the pits sooner rather than later. So they're on the hard tyres now, Vaporon. So lap 9. So my prediction was lap 13 of the mediums. But bear in mind, those are the fresh tyres there. So Maximus into 6th place. So the two Mercedes boys are in 6th and 7th respectively here. Yeah, Warren says Recon, Limionyx and Siege have to push. They will have to push. They've got no choice. They've got to push. Because look at this moment in time there. Vaporon is going to be closing into Maximus sooner. Will there be team orders here? I'd like to know if it's going to be team orders here or is it just going to be fight to the positions here. We are on lap 9 or 31 of the TTFL Racing League at the greatest track at Singapore. We've got the hairpin now at turn 13. So Vaporon is going past his teammate Maximus, so that is just fair play to the drivers here. So now they've got to push here. Where's Siege? Is Recon pitting? No, Recon's still out. Is Siege pitting? No, Siege is still out there. So they must be feeling that those tyre wear is not going to be any issues there at this moment in time there. So at the moment, the closest battle we've got here is Vaporon and Maximus here, but Maximus is just slowly drifting away from Vaporon here. If you like what you see so far, guys, please make sure you like and subscribe to the TTFL, the TTTV channel, for all the live races here, guys. Fantastic stuff. Dear Recon, no! That's what Warren would say. This is going to be interesting stuff here, because as the tyre wear is going to be kicking off here at any moment in time. Bear in mind though, the mediums can last about 17 to 18 laps. I feel like they've had about 12 laps in, 12 laps done of those tyres. So they could do another 3 more laps if they wanted to. Light E has moved to 8th. Lambo's dropped down to 9th now. So, oh my days, it's all a bit of his front wing. I think Lambo's lost 2. Lambo's lost both, a little bit of both on the front wings there. So his tyre, oh, his brake! Oh my days, he's crashed. So Lambo is crashed on the front wing now. So I don't know if there was something wrong between himself and Lighty. After that, it looked like there was a bit of contact there at that moment in time. But Vapor's trying to go for the inside. But Jeffrey Elliott's holding on there for 5th. Jeffrey's holding on there for 5th there. But Jeffrey will be well, Jeffrey's already on 9 laps there. Lambo's retired from the session there. So Lambo's retired from the session there. I think he's absolutely fuming with what's happened there in that lap 11, 10/11. So hopefully we'll find out sooner or later what happened there. But Vaporize going to have the DRS straight now. Jeffrey Annie will be a sitting duck here, and he makes the move there done. So Vaporon is in 5th place here. Sinclair is going to be automatically in my driver of the day here, because he's made 9 big moves there. So, and Lighty's made 6 moves there as well. So the 2 drivers who I have to pick are on the biggest moves there so far. And the top 4 and 6th and 7th are the only ones who have not done a pit stop just yet. So Vaporon's trying to pull away from Jeffrey Annie for 5th and 6th place here now. But this is absolutely fantastic stuff here. Majority of the drivers have all pitted now for their laps there. Until we see some more action going on, this is where the excitement gets kicked in at this moment in time here. With the situation here, what do you think is going to happen? Who do you think is going to win the race here tonight, Warren, if you're watching this? Who do you think is your top 3 based on what you've seen so far? We've got 20 laps remaining of the Singapore Grand Prix. So it's just waiting to see what's going to happen here from there. But at the moment here, we've got Sinclair, who could be closer to Siege now. Siege is still out there. Recon is still out there as well. They need to pit soon, because Vaporon is going to be on charge here. Let me have a quick look at the leader. So between Recon and Vaporon, it's 26 seconds. It's 26 seconds. Lambo has left the session. Warren says Vaporon, Recon and Limionics. Oh, Sinclair makes the move into the bonus stuff now. Into 3rd place here. So Siege, who was a sitting duck here, he had no other choice here. Siege's tyre wear must be absolutely killing now. Or he might be trying to save fuel. Who knows? Who knows? Well, what does Siege can do here at this moment in time? Will he try and improve his charge here on Sinclair? Warren says pit stops are around 26 seconds here. It's normally between 20 to 20. It's normally pit stops normally between 20 to 25 seconds. But I will go your word there, Warren, for 26 seconds. So let me go back to the leader. So at the moment, Vaporon will be in the lead here if 26 seconds is happening there. So Lirianus will drop down to 7th place as things stand. Sinclair will drop down to... Oh, Recon's pitted now. Recon has pitted. Right, I'm going to watch it from Vaporon's point of view here. Will Recon hold on to get out there quickly before he's got the tyre wear on? He's got the tyre wear on. But where's Vaporon? Vaporon's coming up to the final few corners now. Siege has pitted now. So Siege will drop down to 4th. Where's Recon? Recon's coming up. This is going to be close. So Vaporon has made the ball into third position here. So he's just made it there. However, he's lost 4 laps of that tyre wear, which Recon will gain on near the end of the race here, as things stand there. So at the moment here, we've got Recon trying to close in Vaporon now for 3rd place here on lap 13:31 now. So as things stand here, top 2, Living Oryx Sinclair, Jeffrey and Maximus have not had a pit stop. Oh no! Recon! Oh no, Recon! He's got to be careful, he doesn't want to get disqualification here. So Recon, who's trying to close in on Vaporon there, has lost his front wing. So you have to pit again for fresh hearts again. Oh no, so Recon, this is absolute damage limitations there for Recon here. Kiki has left the session here. So Recon, who had a great podium like qualifying position earlier on, will miss out on probably massive points here tonight, because where's Sinclair? Sinclair is in 2nd place here. However, comparing on to where he would be, 29 seconds, Recon won't catch up to Sinclair regardless, whatever happens here. Maximus trying to close in on Jeffrey and Nina. But here we go. Light Recon dropped down to 8th because of his front wing damage. Light, he would move on to 7th. Maximus could have a chance here for 4th place here. He has done well here, Maximus. To be fair, I know it's only been one race we have seen. That was his best ever race ever. But I believe that his momentum should kick in at this moment in time here. Alan Case got 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings now. And so as things stand here, Living Oryx is in 1st place, Sinclair is in 2nd, Vaporon, who's on his debut race here, in 3rd place, Jeffrey is in 4th place, Maximus, who I'm watching there, in 5th place here, Siege is in 6th place here. Siege is pitted for softs again. Siege will have to pit again there. It could be a mistake from the pit crew there, from all I know. So Recon. So we've had a shock of the qualifying. Sinclair, who's outside the top 11, top 10 for a very long time there. And now the shock. Oh my days, there's been front wing damage there from one of the cars there. Look at Siege trying to close in on Maximus now. Who's had the front wing damage? It looks like Jeffrey's had a bit of front wing damage there, so he might lose out on the straights here. We've got a 3-car battle here for 4th place. Vaporon's got the fastest of the race now with 140.509. Look at Siege, he's going to try and pounce there as quickly as possible. I'm going to watch it from this point of view here. Needs to have a good exit here. Needs to have a good exit. 2 drivers are on near DRS against Jeffrey. Jeffrey will be a sitting duck here. Oh, 2 in the bed. Siege! Siege! What a move! Can he do 2 moves in a row? Oh, brilliant! Absolutely brilliant there from Siege. What a moves! What a moves there from Siege! Even though it's on the fastest lap. But that's still done. But look at this, we might have a 2 in the bed here again. We might have a 2 in the bed. Jeffrey is struggling with the straight line speed there because of the front wing damage. But Maximus moves up to 5th place. Fantastic stuff there. Absolutely fantastic stuff there. Oh, what a brilliant stuff there. Oh my days. Brilliant stuff. The shock of the race so far. Recon, who had a great race so far. He had a bit of a slight mistake there at turn 5, I believe, or turn 6. Just after the first sector into the second. He's dropped down to 9th place now. He would have been on fire to charge at Vaporon for the lead there, but at this moment in time. There's quite a few gaps along the way here, but hopefully, well, Jeffrey will need to pit sooner rather than later here, but he might have to pit in the next few laps. But Lighty could catch up to Jeffrey if he still stays out, whatever happens here tonight. We're not even, well, we are slightly on the halfway marker there. Siege has got the fast lap of the race now with a 1:39.439. This is absolutely fantastic stuff there from the drivers here tonight. Warren says Siege doing a two-stop then. Yeah, it could be that the pits have made a mistake, or it might be that Siege was meant to do that. I don't know. It could be not. But whatever happens, the softs won't last the next 16 to 17 laps, regardless. So, at the moment here, Levianox is in lead with first place. Sinclair's in second. Vaporon is in third. Siege is in fourth. Ricon's got the fastest level race now with 1:38.584. Siege is in fourth. Maximus is in fifth. Jeffrey N.E. is in sixth. Light E44 is in seventh place. Maze, the force boot of you always, is in eighth. Recon is in ninth. Charlie is in 10th, who's just about to pit now. Alan Kay is in 11th, and Conte is in 12th place. You just this is the problem there, because some of the drivers are all split out now. It's a bit difficult for the drivers to get closer and closer unless we have a safety car. Now, I'm not asking anyone differently, but I just want a safety car to bring the action back into play here, because at this moment in time here, there's quite a few gaps along the way there. But if you just joined, ladies and gentlemen, we had 3 DNFs so far: Gypsy George, Kiki, and Lambo, who are out of the race tonight. And just waiting to see what's going to happen here so far in this Singapore Grand Prix. I mean, don't get me wrong, this has been an absolutely brilliant start again. Well, and fair play to Sinclair, who went from 13th all the way to second place at this moment in time, and he could still do it as well. But fair play. He might drop down to 4th, but Siege will have to pit again regardless. But it could do the undercut here. Might do a mediums here. Depends on what they're going to do next. So Recon moves up to 8th place because of Lighty goes into the pits as well. So yellow flags for sector 2 now. So where's Lighty now? Lighty will have the fresher medium tyres compared to Recon's in 8th place. Levianox to pit this or next lap. So yeah, the hard tyres should last about 18 laps. So it could. Oh, Levianox has made a bit. Levianox has. Oh, I was getting ahead of myself there. Warren is spot on there. Levianox has pitted now. So this means Sinclair will have to go for it there. Charlie's retired from the session now. So Charlie's out of the race here. So Vaporon's moved to second place now. Levianox, where's he out? He might be ahead of. Oh, this is going to be close. Siege has just got ahead. Siege has got ahead of Levianox, but like I said, he will have to pit regardless here. Recon's got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings now. He'll be absolutely livid here, Recon. He'll be absolutely livid here. Levianox has moved to 3rd place now. Siege had to go on the outside there to break the slipstream there. But other than that, I think, like I said, Siege cannot catch up with Levianox. He's just pulling away left, right, centre there. Charlie is left the session there. So we've got 11 drivers left of the race at the Singapore Grand Prix. This is absolutely fantastic stuff here. At this moment in time. Oh, Lighty is pitted now. Again. Is Lighty pitted? He must have made a massive mistake there. So that's, as things stand here, Warren says Lyrios will catch around 1 second a lap, maybe more, if he's got the pace around 7 laps. As the hosts do not really lose pace. They don't really lose. Oh, Sinclair's pitted. Sinclair's pitted now, so Vaporon will be the new leader now. Again, back to the first place here. Mediums. Where's Lyrionics? He's coming up to the final bit now. Side by side now. So Lyrionics is in second place now. He moves on to second. Sinclair will be in. Coming out there. So Siege. Oh, Siege! Has Sinclair gone back up to third? Yes, he has. He's gone back up to third now at this moment in time there. So fantastic drive there from Sinclair. Siege's tyre wear will be shot in the next few laps or so. Maximus has pitted now. Maximus has pitted for fresher tyres. So, I tell you what, I think that's a 13-second gap. 14 seconds, sorry. So Maze and Maximus have both pitted now. Depending on where everyone else is going on this, just depends on what they're going to do next. But Maximus is going to try and close it on Recon now for 6th place here. We're on lap 19 of 31 of the TTFL Racing League. I told you this is one of the longest races ever on the calendar, even though we only have a 50% race here. So as things stand here, we've got Maximus trying to close in on Recon now for 6th place here with the fresher. It's just pitted for the fresher medium tyres here to last the remainder of the race here. I think that's everyone that's pitted at least once. Oh no, sorry, I do apologise. Jeffrey is the only one who's not done a pit stop yet. So, well, Jeffrey would drop down to 7th here as things stand here, but who knows? Who knows? Depending on if Recon Max was having a ding-dong battle here. We'll have to wait and see what can happen next here. Oh, live exclusive for the TTFL on the TTTV channel. Bish bash bosh. Top notch. Top notch. Maximus is trying, I think, because Recon's trying to pull away there as much as possible. His tyre wear is already kicked in, but Maximus probably having 1 lap or 2 to get his tyre wear warmed up and all shut out there. So he's trying everything possible here. But at the moment here, there's a little bit of gaps here and there, so I'm just going to have to go through some of the drivers here if you don't mind. Vaporon, who's in on his debut race. What a drive from him at the moment here in first place. Brilliant stuff there from the Mercedes driver there. Lyrionics on his days, it's just immense stuff there, so hopefully that'll bounce back with his he'll get closer to Sinclair in the Drivers' Championship at the moment here. Sinclair, brilliant drive from him after starting off in 13th place in the qualifying, moves up to 3rd place. Oh my days! I spoke too soon there from Sinclair. He really is trying to pull too much of that car there. He nearly lost that car. That's saying what happened with Recon there. That would have brought Recon back into play here if it happened there. That was a close call there from Sinclair. Siege is pitted now, which would be the medium tyres there. Warren says 1 second to lap was tiny. Actually, this gap is decreasing rapidly. It is decreasing rapidly, but at this moment in time, let's wait and see what's going to happen here next. So far, Conti's got 3 second time belt for multiple warnings. Warren says it was around 30 seconds on lap 7. Yeah, but if Vaporon can hold on, that'll be immense stuff there. Recon is just pitted. Recon Siege, who's just pitted for fresher mediums, has just gone ahead of Recon, so Recon will be absolutely livid with that. Look at Lyrionics now, it's 4.1 second now with 10 laps remaining now. This is absolutely insane stuff here from the guys here. Sinclair Sinclair, who's done a brilliant job in for third place, might do well here to try and catch up to the other two guys here. But 3.8 second gap now for Louis Onyx. That's a Vaporon. Madness there. Jeffrey Ennie, who's on his brilliant races so far. Lighty is retired. Lighty is retired from the session here. So Lighty is out of the race now. We had 15 drivers. We've got 10 remaining. Everyone guarantees at least a point there, as long as they don't get a DNF earlier on. I'm not sure if Conte is out of the race or he's lost a bit of connection. Wait, get clarification there. He's just saying go through. Fair play to Conte. Oh, Conte is still there. Mays is just dropped there. Just had to let someone drive through. Lighty is retired from the session now. So he'd be absolutely livid with that. He would have been absolutely livid. He would have had these, would have had some points there tonight if he held it on there. Look at Siege now. Louis Onyx now is 2 seconds now. The gap now. And I can't believe that. That's just absolutely insane stuff there. Siege going for the inside. Trying to make the move, and he makes the move. Done there. Siege is on fire here. This would be a close call here to try and close in on Sinclair. Well, it's 37 second gap there for Siege, but I'm gonna have to go back to Louis Onyx now because he can see Vaporon now. Vaporon, the tyre wear should not be kicking off now. As in, it should not be going off at any moment in time, but I think he's trying to save fuel there. I reckon he's trying to save fuel, Vaporon. But Recon's trying to close in on Jeffrey Ennie from 5th place here. This is absolutely insane stuff here. Recon makes the move. This is a good recovery drive, to be fair. This has been a brilliant recovery drive here from Recon here after he made that little mistake at turn 5, 6, I think it was. But that is still immense stuff there. Look at Maximus now. Jeffrey Ennie's 21 laps. I reckon he's trying to hold on for the soft tyres. Whatever happens here, he needs to pit Jeffrey at some point in time here. But look at this, Maximus makes the move! He makes the move there! A silky smooth move there from Maximus there for 6th place here. Louis Onyx, look at this now! Tyres won't be going off for Vaporon, but Louis Onyx is on faster tyres. That's what Warren is saying there. But yes, he is on the fresher tyres, which I'm not going to argue about, but I'm just on about the hard tyres, saying that it shouldn't be going off at this stage now. Should never be going off. But look at Vaporon, he's trying to defend all his might here, but he will lose out the DRS straight if Louis Onyx can take this opportunity here. Vaporon is going through the sharp the left-handers there. Here we go. Chance now. You can see it. Louis Onyx can see the gap. You can see the light there into 1st place. At this moment in time here, but Louis Onyx trying to close in again. DRS straight now. Vaporon's he should be saving the fuel for the higher long speeds there, which is what he's trying to do there, and just frustrate Louis Onyx now with the corner in there. They've done a brilliant job here. Vaporon's done a brilliant job here to hold on to 1st, but he could lose out to Louis Onyx here at any moment in time here. Could be losing that anymore, but Sinclair could spoil the party here if he could join in the party here. Warren says Louis Onyx will try in sector 3. Yeah, he's got to have to do something here. He's got to do something. He can't do anything about it. Jeffrey is pitted now for the soft tyre, so he'll be the only one who'll be on the softs to the end of the race there. So Louis Onyx doing everything possible there for to try and put a lot of pressure there on Vaporon now. So here we go. Look at Sinclair now. Sinclair is definitely on my driver of the day list tonight. Definitely on my driver of the list because he has done an immense job there. Sinclair. Look at Lyrionics now. Chance. Vaporon's trying. Oh my days. I don't know if there was a bit of gap there between Vaporon and Lyrionics there, but it didn't look like there was a big gap there, but I might be wrong. But like I said, that's just based on what my view is. Is it raining? It's raining! I swear I just saw some raindrops there. Yes, it is raining! It's raining at Singapore! It's raining at Singapore here! Absolute madness stuff here. Absolutely madness stuff here. Jeffrey's trying to close in on Mays now for 7th place here. But the rain has kicked in now. The rain has kicked in. So, chance now. Do you think the rain will start to kick in at any moment in time here? So, Warren says, Lyrionics says push, push, push. Jeffrey Ennis moved up to 7th. Mays has dropped down to 8th now. So Lyrionics is just trying to say, look, push on now, push on. But Vaporon, who missed out on 1st place here, will have to go on Sinclair and try and close in on Sinclair. But Sinclair is closing in on Lyrionics now. This is a massive opportunity here for Sinclair to get pole position, try to get the 1st position here. But it just depends on when it's going to kick in at this moment in time here. The rain is absolutely kicking in now, but normally with the rain it normally takes about 5 to 10 laps to actually properly start, depending on if it's going to be fast paced on the rain here tonight. But as things stand here, Lyrionics is holding on for 1st, Sinclair's in 2nd. Let me have a look at the so everyone's all had the pit stops. So yeah, Lyrionics, this is the biggest mover. Sorry, Sinclair's made the biggest mover, sorry. Alan Kay is in had a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings now. Sinclair's got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings now, so I don't think Lyrionics has got a 3-second time penalty as well. I don't think he has, which is now compromised Sinclair's momentum here, because he needs to try and get past Lyrionics as quickly as possible here. This is absolutely immense stuff here. Absolutely immense stuff. Warren says if it doesn't rain hard enough, it will come to penalties. It will be coming down to penalties regardless here, but as you said, if the rain doesn't get kicked in too much, if it doesn't get too much in. So at the moment here, like I said, the mediums and the hards are the best tyre wear so far, because they can hold the rain a little bit longer than the softs, which Jeffrey Ennis unfortunately is on there now. So the tyre wear will be absolutely slippery as ice. Not as cold as ice, but not willing to sacrifice. So, but will Sinclair sacrifice himself from 2nd place to... Oh my days! Lost the back end there. He's going from 2nd place here. Try closing on Lyrionics now for 1st place here. This is absolutely immense stuff here. Warren says softs can go from lap 23. Yeah, the softs can go from lap 23, but I'm just... it's just mainly about the wet weather conditions at the moment, because the softs cannot, they can hold, but it's normally like an icy patch here. Sinclair needs to be careful there. He went on to another corner there. He's got to be careful, he doesn't want to make too much mistakes here. But at the moment here, Lyrionics is holding on for 1st, so fair play to him. And as you can see, Vaporon struggling at the back end of the car just there. back at third place there. Sinclair's in second place here. Warren says, oh yeah, the softs will suck, will be rubbish, 100% long. So yeah, because the tyre wear will be absolutely gone. As soon as rain kicks in for the softs, that's it, it's gone. Mediums can do about 50% tyre wear of it anyway. But whatever happens here tonight, this has been an absolutely brilliant battle here. But Sinclair is living dangerously here. One of the Renault drivers here. So Living Orange's got a 3-second time penalty now. So this will be down to penalties here. This is down to penalties here. Absolutely madness stuff here from here. So Sinclair needs to do something. He needs to charge up. He's on the fast ERS by the looks of things here. He needs to do something. Living Orange have to make the move here. Sinclair makes the move. Makes the move, and what a move! Oh no! Sinclair's out! No! No! Sinclair's out of the race! Sinclair is out of the race! Oh my days! This is absolutely immense stuff. But absolutely mad stuff here. We're out of the race here. Sinclair is out of the race here. So that's 2 shocks now. So Recon made a massive mistake there. So at this moment in time, Rico's got a penalty here. So Sinclair, who's the Drivers' Championship leader, is out of the race here. I don't know if there was any contact there between himself and Lemionix there, but it looked like his back end went at there. Check Lemionix's front wing. No, Lemionix's front wing is still intact there. Sinclair is absolutely fuming. He's out of the race here. So this means Recon, who had a slight mistake earlier on, bet he wishes he did not want to lose that anyway. We have to wait and see what happens here at this moment in time. But Maximus could have a close in on Recon now. But the rain is starting to kick in now. So this is last 3 laps of the race here tonight. The rain is getting a little bit heavier for the guys who are trying to hold on not to hit the walls here. So at the moment here we've had 15 drivers started. Now we've got 9 remaining. Shocks, and I tell you what, there's more shocks galore there. Sinclair, who would have been my driver of the day at the end of the race here, he is out of the race here. He'll be absolutely fuming. Absolutely fuming. So Lemionix's front wing did not get damaged there, so I thought looked like there was a bit of contact there, but it looked like Sinclair lost the back end of the car. I did say he lived dangerously there. But look at Maximus now. Maximus trying to close in on Recon now for 4th. As long as he keeps the track, I was going to say, as long as he keeps the car on track without any penalties, he'll be fine. But he's just had another 3-second time penalty on multiple warnings now. So unfortunately now the times are all going to be bigger than ever before here. The hard should last. Alan Kay's risking it for a biscuit here to go for the intermediate tyres now. So I'd like to see if Alan Kay can try and same with Conte. Will they go and risk it for a biscuit here to try and pull back in? I know it's only 3 laps there, but Jeffrey Ennis got a 5-second penalty for speeding the pit lane now. So the rain looks like it's more kicked in now. So is the intermediate tyres hitting in? Yellow flag set to 1. DRS is now disabled now, so that means its intermediate tyres should be on now. Warren says, I would have thought it was too dry. Yeah, but at the moment here, the rain is kicked in far too much now. So Mays is pitted now for the intermediates. Top 5, are they going to gamble here for the pits? Lemionix is still out there. Same with Vapor on now. Still holding on there. But is Siege pitting? Siege is pitted now. So Siege has pitted. So Siege is pitted now. Will they all gamble here? Recon's not. Recon's not gambling here. Is Maximus gambling? No. So the guys are all set. So the top 4 are gambling for no intermediate pit stops. Once as leaders have a choice now. I'd like to see if Siege can catch up to Maximus, or any of the drivers who are on the intermediates can catch up. Normally it takes a lap with the intermediate tyres. Once as the tyres are too bad, then Siege is going to gain so much time here. He could. At the moment, he took 2/10 off Maximus's time. Right, so it's intermediate tyres now. It should have been intermediate tyres now. Where's Onyx now? He's coming up to the final few corners now. Will he try and do it for one more lap here? Will he go for, he's going for one more lap on the mediums to hold on there. So fair play to him. Fair play to him for respect for that. So Maximus will be the one to watch here at the moment here, because Siege has dropped 4 seconds now. Sorry, catched up by 4 seconds there. Vaporon has made a little bit of a mistake there around the right hand side there. At this moment in time, this is absolutely insane stuff here. Yeah, flags into 2 and 3. Who's that? That's Maximus. Jeffrey Ellis got a 3 second time better for multiple warnings now. Siege has moved to 4th now. Oh my days, Siege could have a podium here. Out of nowhere. Damage for Vaporon. Oh, damage for Vaporon as well. Oh my days. Maze has left the session. Maze has lost connection there with his car there. Hopefully he'll bounce back here as quickly as possible here. So Siege is going to be on fire for his podium here. This is a massive opportunity here. He gambled right here. Maximus will have to pit for the intermediate tyres there. But look at this, Siege is in podium position here. Fantastic stuff there. Mace is rejoined back in. Oh my days. Recon, what a great drift there. That's just recovery drift there. Fair play to him for doing that. So we're on lap 31 here. And I'll tell you what, guys, this has been an immense drive here from Onyx here, who's done a brilliant job here. Yellow flag set to 1. We've got a yellow flag set to 1. Is that Vaporon, I wonder? 20.822 now. But is Recon trying to catch up there? But Onyx, what a drive there. Brilliant stuff there. He has just won the Singapore Grand Prix. Fantastic stuff from him. Brilliant stuff from Onyx. Vaporon's got a 3 second time penalty. Jeffrey has got a 5 second penalty there. So Jeffrey is just finished crossing line now. Vaporon on his debut race finishes in 2nd place there. What a drive from him. Fantastic stuff there to hold on to 2nd place there. But Siege has gambled on the intermediates, and he played the game really well. So fair play to him for that. He's done 3 stops and he managed to get into the podium stuff here tonight. Very, very fair play to the guys here. Fair play. So I could not believe there was rain near the end of the race there. I was just shocked about that. But Siege finishes in 3rd. Where's Recon now? Recon will be trying to be absolutely delicate here to try not to get any damage here whatsoever here. But he has lost a bit of his front wing here. But Recon, after he made a mistake earlier on in the race, did a brilliant job, recovery job to get back into 4th place here. But I'm guessing in his mind there he'll be absolutely fuming at that, because I think he would have had a little bit closer to Vaporon than he did with 4th place. One says, Onyx, you did it, sunshine, you did it. Maximus has gone around the outside there, trying to make sure he doesn't crash there, and he crosses over the line now for 5th place. And Conti will be the only driver left on the race here. So he's just trying to cross over the next few corners there at this moment in time. So fair play to all the drivers here. The 9 remaining drivers here of the TTFL Racing League. So yeah, well done to Louis Onyx there, who finishes in 1st place. That was a brilliant drive from him. Well done to Vaporon, who's just finished in 2nd place. That was a brilliant drive from him as well. And well done to Siege, who out of nowhere, he did well to get into 3rd place. And he gambled on the intermediates where people were struggling with as well. And he did that with ease. So fair play to him. He gambled at the right time. That's what you need. That's what you need to do. You need to gamble on the pits on the right time of asking. So we're just waiting for the settings now. Here are your race classification for the Singapore Grand Prix for the TTFL Racing League. You've got Louis Onyx in 1st, Vaporon 2nd, Siege in 3rd, Recon 4th, Maximus 5th, Henny 6th, May 7th, Alan K 8th, Conti 9th. Sinclair, shock of the race. Lighty, Charlie, Lambo, Kiki, Gypsy George are the only ones who've had the DNFs in this race. And I'll try and get as much of the penalties as caught. Just done it in time. Just done it in time. Maze with the wet weather umbrella. Just not happy with the wet conditions there. So I'll get whoever's here, if they want to join in and talk about their views of the race, and then I'll try and find out what the next race will be, and then we'll get more updates as we go. So if you bear with me a sec, guys, I'm just inviting some of the guys over to the commentators box and hear their thoughts of the race. I'm sure I'd like to hear Conti's view of the lap 1 incident there. And I'll try and get Jeffrey Henney to join in as well, because I like to hear his thoughts of the race here. So if he can try and join in as well. We're just going to see if Recon and Jeffrey is in. I know Conti Boy is in, but just wait and see what happens here at this moment in time. But hopefully we'll hear more of the thoughts of their racing tonight. And if you've got any questions for the guys here, make sure you tune in and hear their thoughts as well. So I'll probably just start with Conti when he starts. But before we start, Conti, make sure you got your loud voice to be shared on as well before we start.
Yeah, I have that, mate.
Nice one, nice one. So hopefully Recon and Henny, if they want to, join in. But I'll talk to Conti Boy for his race and talk about this start as well, see what his thoughts was as well. But also hear Jeffrey's updates as well. So,
oh yeah.
That was perfect timing. Jeffrey, if you just get your loud voice to be shared, set up.
Yes, it is.
Nice one, mate. Nice one. I'll just see if Recon wants to join in. If not, we'll kick off in a moment or two.
You will come later, said to me.
What was that, mate? Sorry?
Recon will come in a few seconds.
Oh, okay, no worries. Thank you, mate. We got the three Dutchies. Fantastic. They'll probably say fantastico in Dutch. How do you say that in Dutch?
Het is geweldig. Het kan niet beter.
Okay, I don't know if I'm...
Fucking amazing, mate.
Okay, I am not repeating that, but thank you very much for explaining that, Jeffrey. That is an absolute ledge from you on that one. So, I'll tell you what, we'll go with Conti first, and then Jeffrey, and then hopefully Recon will join us in a minute or two.
No
Hello, Conti. How you doing, mate? You alright?
Yeah, I'm okay, mate. How are you?
Not too bad, mate. Not too bad. Can I just ask a few questions about? Did you see what happened at the start of the race, from your point of view?
From my point of view, yeah, the only thing I saw, the guy that started in front of me just T-boned someone, don't know who it was, and I drove into his back. So it was chaos at the start.
Yeah, I couldn't see what actually happened. I just thought, I was saying during the stream, I said, I hope if Conte does join, like you have been doing the last few times, Conte, to hear your thoughts at the start, because you was at the back, near the back, to see what happened. That's why I was asking what actually happened from your point of view at that moment in time. But tell us more about your thoughts of the race in your own words, mate.
Oh, where to start? Yeah, after the crash in the first corner, I damaged my front wing, and I don't know what came over me, but I was a bit agitated.
Oh, okay.
Because of the wing damage I had, and yeah, I just don't know. Normally I just keep my head down and keep going, but now I wanted to push too hard, so after 3 or 4 laps on my new tires with my new front wing, I damaged it again, so I had to pit again.
Yeah.
And then I thought, oh well, we'll see what happens. I heard over the radio it was gonna rain in the end of the race, so I thought, oh, maybe a couple of guys will crash and automatically I will go up.
Yeah, well, I did not know anything about the rain near the end of the race. I did not know anything about that, so that was a bit of a shock to see a bit of rain at Singapore, which normally rains during here, during the games at the Singapore track, always has been. But with this, was there any good battles that that you had during the race?
No, I had Charlie behind me after the first lap. I could keep him behind me until I damaged my front wing again. And after that, Recon overtook me and I could just get in a slipstream and follow him for a couple of laps. So no real battles. I was lapped like 2 or 3 times, I think. I don't even know.
Oh, okay. No worries. Hopefully, we'll see more of you in the top half sooner rather than later, Conte. I know I don't want to put you any doubters here, but we'll go straight to the usual 2 questions with the next track. So the next 2 tracks is the Japanese Grand Prix, mate. So, what are your thoughts of Japanese Grand Prix, and what are your expectations for next week? I want you to win next week, mate. That's my pressure on you on that one.
You want me to win?
Yeah, I want you to win.
Okay.
I want you to win.
Well, all the fast guys, including Recon, please don't show up next race. Or Lyronic stay home, Recon stay home. Maybe I have a chance.
Yeah.
No, the Japanese Grand Prix, I'm not really that experienced on Japan. But it has a nice flow, so I'm just gonna practice, and hopefully somewhere around P7, P6 would be nice.
Yeah, fair enough, Conte. Like I said, thank you for joining me tonight. I know it's been frustrating because it's one of those tracks where it's like Monaco. It's like back in the old days of Valencia as well. You can't make a mistake at the walls as well. If you do.
What is the other track? Not Bahrain, but
it's it's gonna kick
Azerbaijan.
in. Yeah, Azerbaijan.
Oh my days.
Yeah, it'll be oh my days, oh my god, at that point in time. But Conte, thank you very much for joining me tonight, and I wish you all the very best of luck next week and throughout the remainder of the season, mate. Absolute ledge. You can stay here if you want, or you can shoot off. It's up to you, mate. But I'll be talking to Jeffrey and then Recon, then we'll stop the stream. Alright, mate. Thank you very much.
Thank you. See you next week, mate.
See you next week, mate. Cheers for that. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Jeff! Nice.
Yeah, my mate.
How you doing? You alright?
I'm very fine, and how are you?
Not too bad, mate. Not too bad. Tell us your thoughts of the race tonight.
I thought I had a pretty good race. At the start, I was passing the crashes. I was on the good side.
Okay.
That I saw Wilco crashes come into another. Yeah, I had a good race, I think. But half the race with my mediums, with my hard tires of whole the race. And I took a little bit of damage in lap 14 or 15, I think.
Okay.
And then 2 times in a row. So my wing was yellow.
Oh, okay.
And I lost a bit of time with Maximus. He was closing to me and passed me a few laps later.
Oh, okay, mate. Okay, because you had a bit of a struggle, didn't you, during the race, from what I saw, anyway. But I'm going to say the same question as I said to the Conte about the start. Did you see much about the start from your point of view?
Yes, I saw someone be 3-4 cars before me. I saw someone spawn, and a few cars are crash into each other. So I had a little bit space behind me, and that was really nice.
Yeah, it was
but unlucky, and just unlucky for the guys that crash.
Yeah, absolutely. It's really unlucky, obviously, but I only saw a glimpse at the first lap, at the first corner. That's why I was saying to you two to see, because you would have had the better view than I had at the time, because I just saw it briefly lastminute.com on that. But
I don't know exactly what happened, but there was I don't see it good enough.
Fair
to see
enough.
What happened.
Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. Did you have any good battles during the race tonight?
A few, but I was on new tires and I passed Mace before the tunnel section.
Okay.
But no, a few battles, but not really great.
Fair enough, mate. But like I said,
but I ending P6, mate. I'm very happy.
That's what I like to see, because every race that I've seen you, majority of the races, I'm not saying all races, but majority of the races you have been struggling, and you always either had a DNF or outside the top 10. So this has been one of your best races, I think, for a very long time.
I'm very happy, but I'm taking a penalty of 15 seconds from last race because I didn't upload my video. I was forgot it.
Oh, okay. No worries. I don't know if that will affect your position, but at the moment
I hope not so.
I don't think you are. I don't think you've been affected by it. I think you might be, as in dropping positions based on the finishing tonight. I think you might be all right on the night, shall we say? But
it's B6.
Right.
I'm drinking a few beers on it.
Oh God, here we go. Jeffrey's on it now. He's already finished the race and he's already on it. Fair play to him. What a ledge.
Yes, during the race, when I go to the pit stop, I always take a few drinks.
Oh God, oh God. Is that why you kept crashing a few times the last few races?
Maybe. But now I got the experience and I'm going to be better. I promised you a few weeks ago that I will try the best I can, and it's going to be better and better.
Yeah,
every week it's better.
Yeah, so this is the catalyst for you now to start off your for your racing at in the drivers' championship table, shall we say? Hopefully, we'll see more of you.
Let's hope. Let's take a racing point to the top.
Absolutely. So, usual 2 questions, Jeff.
What are you doing next week, Japan? And what are your expectations?
I see. I didn't need to say it, but I'll let you carry on answering the questions there. What are your thoughts?
Japan, mate. It's difficult, but I hope to get to finish in the points.
Okay.
Then I will be very happy.
Fair enough.
But maybe when I'm following my dreams and I have a lucky day, maybe I finish on the podium. You never know.
Yeah. Look. If I put money on you to get a podium next week,
Are you gonna earn a lot of money then?
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. We'll have to wait and see what happens next week. But thank you very much, Jeff, for joining me tonight in the commentary as well. I wish you all the very best of luck next week and throughout the remainder of the season as well. But also, you can stay if you want, or you can shoot off. It's up to you, mate. But thank you very much for tonight. Absolute legend.
You're welcome.
So
you're also a legend, mate. Great stuff again from you.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, mate. Thank you. Let you carry on with your beers, mate, on that one. So fair play to you on that one.
Yes, nice. I will do.
Fair play. Cheers for that, mate. I'll see you next week. Take care of yourself. So, last one. I'd like to thank Jeffrey and Conti for joining me, but also we got Recon who's just joining me. Lastminute.com. How you doing, mate? You all right?
Yeah.
All I heard was giddy giddy. Do 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 do. I don't know, I heard like the do 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 sound now. How you doing, mate? You all right?
I'm doing fine. I think fine.
Right.
I should have won today, but well.
Right.
I made a mistake, man. It's just that I had so much grip all of the sudden because I went pretty long in the mediums, and then I went on the hards, and I had so much more grip, and I really underestimated it, and then I lost my front wing. So that's a bit unfortunate, and that was. From there, it was all the way recovery drive and drove really good, to be honest. But before, with the fastest lap, so I'm pretty happy with that. After what happened.
Yeah, I was about to say those exact words, and you probably would have been livid with me after the race, after the commentator stuff tonight, because I would have said, Recon, what did you do wrong? What did you do wrong? Because I saw it happened on the stream that you was chasing Vapor on his debut race, and then you lost your back end, I think, and then you hit the wall and lost your front wing, and then I thought, oh, you dropped right yourself down to like, I think it was just about not outside the top 10, I think, or 9th when you pitted again.
Yeah.
And then you did a brilliant job, as you said, brought yourself back up to 4th. Now, if you didn't do that, and I know you said this, you should have won, but would you have gone even closer to Livionics / Vaporon tonight if you didn't make that mistake properly?
Because the thing is, I was only 1.5 seconds behind Vaporon at the moment when I came out of the pits, and he was on 4 laps older tires than me.
Yes.
So I would have got an edge anyway, and I would have catch up. So even if I had all the things going for me, all the good things. So it was just about breaking that gap and closing in on him, but that really didn't work because the first lap I spun and crashed a lot of front wing. And you know the rest. But I don't know what exactly happened, to be honest, and because it's so long. It's so long of a race. I can't remember, to be honest. But
Yeah, it's all right.
I made a mistake in the braking, I think.
Yeah, I think I was trying to watch your battles to see if you could catch up, because obviously you would have lost so much points on Sinclair. I'm going to say a few questions now before we stop. What was your first thoughts when Sinclair was out of the race?
To be honest, my first thought was, hey, easy points, but I didn't. Then it came to mind. Secondly, that it would have helped with the championship, but I have no clue where I'm at in the championship because I have a new PlayStation now because my other PlayStation is broken.
Yeah.
So that's it. That's
Okay.
that. But
Fair enough, mate. I think that's just summed it all up on that. But like I said, you did some great recovery battles to get back into 4th, so that was just still a brilliant recovery drive on that. But I think in realistic terms, I bet you was a little bit livid at the same time because of that mistake. So, but like I said, whatever happens, you still gain some points catching up. I'm not sure what the points are itself, but hopefully we'll find out sooner rather than later. But usual 2 questions from you, mate. What are your thoughts of Japan, and what are your expectations for next week?
it's my favorite track of all, so I have no clue what my expectations are, but if it's a track that I like, I'm mostly good at it. So it's not really a track like Monaco, Singapore, that the walls are closed, but you got grass that it's closed, so you still cannot make a lot of mistakes because it's still punishing. But the first sector is just amazing. I love the track, so I'll try to get the win there because I absolutely don't.
When you put your money on someone, put it on Rican.
Fair dues, fair dues. You heard it from the horse's mouth of Jeffrey there. So, Recon, fair play to Jeffrey for that. Recon, like I said, I wish you all the very best of luck next week. Well done on your recovery drive tonight. And I wish you all the very best of luck next week. You can stay if you want, or you can shoot off if you want to. So, I'd like to thank Conte, Jeffrey, and Recon for joining me. The three Dutchies, which that's the very first for a very long time, to hear their thoughts of the race tonight. But can I say a massive thank you to the guys that have watched the stream, especially Warren, who's been absolute ledge commenting and watching during the racing as well. So thank you for that. Thank you to everyone that was watching the stream. Please make sure you like and subscribe to the TTTV channel for all the live races, so don't miss out on that. This was the TTFL Racing League. I was your host with the most, Malk, and I wish you all a very good night. Good night. Bye-bye.